When you are taught in your church that the reason you need to serve God is for you to prosper, then I tell you, you will receive the greatest shock of your life. The message of the kingdom is not about prosperity. The core of the Christian message is you knowing your God and knowing what He expects of you. You are not supposed to seek wealth. You are not supposed to seek prosperity. You are not supposed to seek wellness. Those things are the things that God had. One reason most Christians seem to be struggling is the fact that they were not properly discipled. When you are taught in your church that the reason you need to serve God, to worship God, to be active in Christian practices or activities, either in the church or wherever you find yourself, is for you to prosper, then I tell you, you will receive the greatest shock of your life. Yes. Because the message of the kingdom is not about prosperity. Of course, it is not about poverty. But the core of the Christian message is you knowing your God and knowing what He expects of you. That is why Jesus said, "Seek ye first the kingdom and His righteousness, and every other thing shall be added." So the wealth that you go to church to seek, you are not supposed to seek wealth. You are not supposed to seek prosperity. You are not supposed to seek wellness. Those things are the things that God had. As a matter of fact, it is not your duty to bother or to wonder how these things will pan out. Your own responsibility is to live according to the will of your Maker. That is what you go to church to do. The God that would give you the miracle you seek has already set the precedent. He has already set what He has already stated, and in fact has told you what you should do to receive what you seek. But we are all looking for shortcuts. We are looking for shortcuts. That is why some Christians fall into the wrong hands. You now see somebody that we ask you to pay something for him to tell you or prophesy to you. And I ask, of all the prophecies you have received, has your life changed? And then some will be asked to sow seed or to do this, to do that. Out of desperation, they do things that they are not supposed to do because they've lost their common sense. Because they are desperate, they want to make it. So, my dear, if you want to serve God, serve God. If you want to look for money, you know where to look for money, not in the church. One thing, however, is sure. If you know your God, you will make exploits. If you know your God, He will release that power to make wealth to you. But you know what? God will not release that power to make wealth to a child of His that is not responsible, or a child of His that He cannot vouch for. So if you want to make wealth the Christian way, the first thing you need to learn are the precepts, the Christian principles, the things you are expected to do as a child of God. Otherwise, you will join the team or the group of people that will continue to ask, "Why me?" or "God, where are you?"
We must learn a lesson